Gravy, baby.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Gravy, baby. It's me. Hi, your friend Carmen Morales here with DJ Lewis. DJ, the gutter bumpkin himself. I like that you're putting out content now. I like that you're talking to the camera and letting people know how you feel.
Yeah, I keep on trying not to do that, and then I do it. And I don't think nothing about it, and then I'm like, God damn, dude, why do I keep doing that? Why do I just get so fired up, I want to tell somebody, but I'm just here. So it's like, well, why not just go ahead and
Yell
tell
it out into
everybody.
the ether. Yeah.
It's crazy because I don't ever think it's weird because I know like most people that do it, they write it down, they get it out, and they say it, and I'm just like, I hear caffeinated as fuck. Listen, the law, the police ain't your friend, okay? Stay away from the police. Goddamn, it's been awesome. It's been amazing. This has been the most amazing week.
Yeah.
I have so many emotions. Yeah.
Like what? Yeah. Like which ones? Let's talk about them. Which emotions?
Like what?
What the amazing things that have happened?
Well, I saw Bobby. They gave me a spear. That was awesome.
Okay, you have to show us the spear for the YouTube people. You have to show us. Is it like some sort of like a fishing spear, or are you talking about like an antique, like a vintage, like a medieval spear that you would chuck at your enemies? Like a what kind of? Oh shit, that is. Buddy, that is a spear, dog. I love it. Is it sharpened and everything? Yeah, it looks even better with the Twitty t-shirt.
Yeah, it's sharp as hell.
Producer Mark wants you to cut a watermelon with it.
Yeah. Can do that.
Save it for the Patreon. Save it for the Patreon. Patreon.com/gravybabypod. Well, that's sick. Sick spear. Okay, so that's a solid start. And it's got a sheath on it? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's cool.
You don't want to hurt yourself. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I like making fun of ICE agents. Mm-hmm. That's a cool thing. Yeah. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying seeing them in the broad daylight with their stupid ass fucking night vision goggles on and their goddamn airsoft rucksacks in the fucking 100-degree weather. I love seeing them suffer.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Still don't understand. I mean, there's been a lot of like blowback from that on the street, but it does surprise me when people are just walking by while somebody's getting iced up. You'd at least break it up. Like, what the
At least, I say just at least hassle them at the very least. Literally get in the way.
If I'm ever in that situation, I'm calling everybody. But, dude, I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be bad.
Well, because the thing is they're not real federal agents. So it's not like it's violence against an actual federal agent, right?
It's just a bounty hunter, y'all. It's just a bounty hunter.
Yeah, it's like fighting dog. The blonde-haired guy. That's all it is. This is a bunch of dog, the bounty hunters.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah, they went it hard here in MacArthur Park. I don't know if you saw, which is the poorest part of all of Los Angeles.
Funny. Yeah, dude. Yeah. They're walking in a big line like they're looking for trash or something, and they're just fucking they're kitted up like fucking it's like it's just they look so stupid. It's just you could not. It's just a bunch of COs and a bunch of fucking dude. As a matter of fact, if you want to fuck with them guys out there, here's what you do: you sign up right now. Sign up to be an ICE agent. Right? Go through the whole thing, and then at the last minute, back out. But you could clog up the fucking with the background checks and everything else. You could clog up the system real good right now.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Why wouldn't I? I mean, as soon as they get to the number of felonies I currently have.
Dude, I don't think that's going to stop them. I mean, as much as like they're trying to, the quotas that they're trying to meet and shit like that, come on. I mean, you'd probably end up getting stationed in Alligator, Alcatraz, or whatever the fuck they're calling that. The
That motherfucker
concentration
ain't
camp
gonna
in
be
Florida.
around long. That some bitch ain't gonna be around long. Like, once Category 4 hit that motherfucker, everybody in that some bitch is dead. What a stupid fucking thing to goddamn build something like that, dude.
There's a reason nothing is built
flooded.
there. There's a reason that there's nothing there already.
Yeah. And you gonna die too. You fucking get a job going down there to be a fucking whatever. You gonna die too.
Yeah.
Okay. Climate change is the great equalizer. A fucking hurricane ain't gonna skip you because you got some fucking stripes on. They ain't fucking. You know what I mean? And you know that there's weapon caches over there, so you know you just blow it. But so there. Oh, that's open to fucking whoever wants to get hold to them.
That's kind of what I was hoping for is they end up arming the really the right people,
right?
Arming the people trying to escape. Oh, we got a Drew now. Hi, Drew.
Hey,
how's it going?
Good.
You combed your hair off for us and everything. That's nice.
No, I think I just haven't bathed.
Oh, okay. You have like a very attorney hairstyle right now. Little comb over on the side, a little part down the side. Very cute. Love it.
Yeah. I got a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
He got a spear. Look at that.
I know.
He got a spear with the sheath.
A gift from our friend Bobby.
Yeah.
Look at that point. That was with the sheath on. Look at it now. It's intense. Stabby.
Man, I think I said this when DJ first showed it to me. Any spear would have made my day.
Yeah.
But that spear rules.
Yeah, it really does.
It's like combat. What's the word I'm looking for? Tactical. That's a tactical spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might look up some YouTube videos and like fucking get down with some like red spear moves. So
yeah, man. If society falls apart, we can do a real
I think we're past if and on the when part. When society.
Oh, sure.
I think we've gone past if.
It's currently happening.
DJ's gonna be spear guy like in a Mortal Kombat way.
We were talking about ways to thwart ICE. That was the thing we were talking about. I don't know if you saw.
Stupid. You just need like 2 plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
Did you see the video where the Chinese restaurant just had them go out the other door and they're like they're running away as they're just standing around like going like, oh damn, man, well, Chinese here.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably Mexicans to be honest.
These are not the best and brightest. Like some of them might be at this point right now down for some violence, but like, are they? This is the most highly armed country in the world. Like, even with the third leg of like law enforcement being some sort of like AI using thermo drones or something like that, whatever kind of technology they brought over here from fucking Gaza or whatever they've been practicing on, the tools of apartheid, whatever they bring over here, they obviously can be beat. And if you want to, on top of that, like add a highly fucking armed population with like a failing infrastructure and rolling blackout, buddy, they ain't got a fucking chance.
DJ's plan is to join. He's going to try to join ICE to kind of keep clogging it up. He says that's probably a good way to like slow these motherfuckers down. Waste a lot of resources.
My big fear is when that armed, traumatized, militarized, gun-toting citizenry that DJ is alluding to gets offered jobs in ICE now that it is going to expand like 10 or 20-fold. That's when I think it's going to get dark for me in my heart.
Okay.
Well, a lot of that money that's going into it is going for what? For places to build, right? Like facilities.
Oh, yeah, right? Straight to a rich company, probably BlackRock. Who knows?
Oh, dude, totally. What is it? Civicor or whatever it is. It's all private business, right? And we know how they do things. They do things just like weapons manufacturers do things. It's going to be a bunch of fucking people funneling a lot of money, cutting a lot of corners, using the fucking as little fucking amount of money as possible to do whatever. And they're going to build. Yeah, it's going to be bad, but like It's definitely beatable. They are beatable. Why anyone not gonna let these people don't scare me is what I'm saying.
I saw on Fox, because my in-laws had it on, that this group of people had attacked an ICE facility.
Yeah.
And Fox was waffling between trying to make them sound like dangerous, illegal immigrant criminals.
Oh, wow.
versus like, but they're also anti-government American hating leftists.
Yeah.
And it was even like my in-laws were like trying to keep up. Like, so they said it was like they said they broke into ICE to get rid of some paperwork, like in an attempt to make someone's charges or ICE deportation proceeding disappear. But then also it was this ex-Marine who hated the government and was a communist. And it was like, it was a real Mad Lib, Fox News Mad Lib. It was like,
talk about grasping for straws, dude. They don't know what the fuck to say anymore.
Well, the crazy thing is, those like 10 people were in prison or have been arrested, and they did kill a guard. Like, it was almost like they got too excited. It was almost like they were like, wait, this isn't an op? Someone really did it? And I'm not saying it's not an op, but like, you know, it was almost like they were like, fuck, someone really did the thing we were going to do?
Yeah.
Someone actually we're not ready for this. But I forgot what I was going to say. It didn't hit for me.
Yeah. but I'm just saying, for them to, like, especially that media outlet it specifically has painted themselves into a corner that now that people are kind of joining and uniting against this, they don't know how to they don't know what the fuck to call these people when
yeah.
Oh, did I get you back on your point? I was trying to
Yep.
Go ahead.
What you did. Well, my only point was I thought that I was going to have to hear about and talk about that for weeks. And it seems like no one cares. Like, even Fox isn't talking about it anymore. I came in this morning, they had it on. I mean, dude, an ICE agent or two has been murdered at an ICE facility. And they're just like, it's been a year since the attempt on President Donald Trump's life. Here we are with the wife of a man murdered that day, demanding answers from the Secret Service. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. These guys aren't heroes. We're not at their funeral. I wonder what their background was.
Well, I think at this, we were making fun that it's just a bunch of the bounty hunters. But that's the whole thing, is like they're not emotionally invested in this. Why would Fox give a fuck about it? Because they don't, like, clearly they don't have a clear narrative for it. So they have to keep jumping around to where they can still keep fuck them. And when it's coming to this, it's affecting way too many people for them to be able to do it. Including their own fucking market.
Yeah, their own base. I mean, there's a lot of right-wing Mexicans and a lot of right-wing people who fuck with Mexicans. Well, that's all I had. Dead ICE people.
Yeah.
Now, if you got to join ICE too, you got to think about it, dog. You jumping into bed to help and protect and serve. Like, people who are literally out here covering up the most massive sex scandal, fucking child sex. That type of like real devil shit motherfuckers, dude. There's no way to get around it.
I just love that for the last.
I've seen Trump with Netanyahu more than I've seen him with Melania. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker, they doing some dirty shit. So you got to sign up to be like, yeah, this is what the fuck I'm down with. I'm down with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back, honestly, to a thing 2 or 3 years ago. Trey was defending people who worked for ICE at the border. This was years ago. This is like when this kind of started. This might have been babies in cages. This might have been during the Biden. It was during the Biden administration. And I got in trouble for because he was like, well, look, man, some people just like want to, like, you grow up there. It's a border town. There's nothing going on. You just go work for the government because whatever. I'm like, yeah, I get that. But at some point, though, you walk into work one day and there's a baby in a cage. And then, and he's like, well, some of them, they don't work at that facility. And then I dropped the R word, which is why I remember this, because everybody got mad at me. I was like, you got to be fucking stupid to not know what ICE is at this point. I may have jumped the gun there, but I think that is where we're at, to DJ's point. Like, we might be in a place of like, all right, like think about a gun-toting white supremacist who's like, all right, so I can go murder all the brown people I want as a deputized member of the federal Gestapo, but I also have to serve the Jews?
Yeah.
I ain't doing that.
Mhm.
It's like they're too fucking all over the place for any creed. Any sort of like normal conservatism or whatever is like, y'all are nuts.
Mhm.
Even racists are like, pick a lane.
Yeah.
And then all the diehard, we got to get all the fucking criminals and baby fuckers out. They're like, so you guys have been the baby fuckers the whole time? Where's the baby fuckers? Were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is being a female comedian.
Well, Carmen, you could get a consulting job with the government to tell them how to get people to join ICE. What? What am I trying to say? Personal
What?
sacrifices.
Producer Mark, I'm
That's
not
the-
wrong.
Personal compromises have you had to make to remain in the game that you love? They could send you in to talk to white supremacists and be like, look, I know it sucks bowing down to the Jews, but how much do you like shooting brown people?
Yeah.
got
Do you
dark.
hate Jews as much as you like shooting Browns, or do you hate
Yep.
Jews more and less?
It's
less
the Michael
shooting?
Jordan question.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan said he hated losing more than he liked winning, and that's why he was so successful. They're going to have to find a bunch of guys who like killing more than they want to stick it to the...
I didn't
This
get
is
all the
too
deets
dark.
to the Epstein thing. I just remember the last fucking 15
there are
years.
none.
The last 15 years they've been talking about this list. Like, we didn't start the list. I remember seeing pictures of the list, and now the list
you didn't.
doesn't exist. Or are we just being gaslit again? Or
Yeah.
did they finally
saw a
find it and
point-
burn it?
I saw a point be made on Tucker Carlson's show, not by Tucker, and it went viral. I wasn't perusing that.
Right.
It was a point that makes sense to me, which was this lie is so obvious that it's clear that it's not to fool us. It's
Mm.
clear that they are not telling this lie in an attempt to convince us that the lie is true. They're doing it as a signal. They're saying this United States administration will have your back. People who wanted us to go this way.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
is our signal to you that we will play ball. And that is dark.
It is dark. It is fucking devil shit, dude. It is
Yeah.
straight up it is straight up like the type of thing where it's like, we know how much this means to our core base, and like we don't care because we don't care about this, we don't care about it. But of course, people who are going to starve children don't care about pedophilia or whatever. And I will also like to say that it's not like there was ever going to be any amount of accountability. Like, it wasn't like there was going to be jury trials or anything like this. The worst thing that would happen, and this is like the worst thing in their mind,
Mm.
the worst thing that would happen was they were going to lose their leverage. If all this stuff comes out, then they don't got blackmail on these motherfuckers no more. They don't have the keys to blackmail these people anymore. There's no more blackmail. You don't have the blackmail. It's out in the open. So you don't have that. It's like spending all your money.
Yeah.
That's one thing that is off to me about that theory, though, and related to what you just said. What you just said is completely correct about how leverage works. But who's looking at the current zeitgeist, political climate, whatever you want to call it, and going, man, it would ruin us if anything bad came out about us. You're like holding a fucking 6-year-old Palestinian child's head in their hand. Prisoners soldiers on camera raping prisoners with the fucking butt of their gun or a broom or whatever it was. God, man, we can't let this list get out that says we went to an island. Like, that's the part where I'm like, who the fuck's worried about that?
Well, you're thinking strictly in terms of like just Israel and America, but there's like way more than that going on, right? I mean, they got Russian, Chinese.
Mm.
I don't know about Chinese, but like Russian, UK. Obviously, the UK.
It was so clearly to me an American and British op. I'm not saying
Yeah,
there
no,
aren't
it totally
other
was
issues
that.
going on, It's just, I mean, look, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that the child fuckers are still worried about people finding out that they're child fuckers. But my point is, if I worked for Black Devil PR firm or whoever it is that they've hired most recently, I'm going, just so you guys know, you don't have to worry about that. These people who like you, they clearly don't care what you do. It's never been more obvious. And maybe that's what this was. Maybe it was a test. Maybe it was like, hey, let's say it doesn't exist and see what happens.
Yeah, I think they're thinking about Trump's first the first term, where QAnon was really prevalent, where people were like, all these libs are all Holly weird, all these child fuckers they're all leftists, all that stuff. That angle doesn't really work in the present term.
But hiding it makes those same people upset, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you're covering out, you're protecting those people. You're out in the open saying.
But that's what I'm saying is saying that the list doesn't even exist. Saying that doesn't even exist now, it's like, oh, that's not even a thing anymore. That was all bullshit. Like, it's like these people are it's.
I don't think that's going to be the angle. I think we saw the angle.
2 months ago.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say 2 months ago, Pam Bondi went on television and said she had hundreds of thousands of hours of footage. She had the list and the thing. She told everybody this is what she said. She said she had the list.
I don't believe that. They wouldn't have given it to her. I think she was lying. I think she thought they were going to put it out, so she wanted to go like make a headline or whatever. But there's no way they gave Pam fucking Bondi access to any of that shit.
Why? She was also wasn't she the district attorney or of Florida during all that stuff? Well, Alexander Costas was the attorney general, who was the person who came out and said that he was part of intelligence, and that's why we have to give him the sweetheart deal. William Barr's father fucking was the guy who put him in the Dalton car. Like, dude, it's crazy.
Here's the angle. This is my prediction. Okay. I think they're already doing it. I've seen it.
I thought this conversation was funnier with your nipple out, but all right.
I'm going to start my own list, and Carmen's the only one on it right now. By the time this episode comes out, though, I assure you there'll be 7 gay dudes I can add to the list. People who just want to talk about my nipple. I mean, it's wild. Now, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's wild. Gay men are wild with these comments and DMs. Anyway, the playbook now is it worth it to topple America to put this list out? I've seen it with a few clearly like connected, planted, whatever word you want to throw at it, influencers. They're arguing with like their co-hosts. I've seen it twice where they're going like, is it worth it for this list to come out if it topples the American dream, if it gets rid of the American system as we know it? And the other guy's like, well, I fucking thought so. I mean, I did move into a trailer with you and make my life podcasting. Like, you know, you can like watch the other guy's whole fucking life flash before his eyes where he's like, what do you mean? Is it worth it? I thought it was. And that's going to be the playbook. And I think that's where they're going to keep at least half, if not more, of their MAGA QAnon people, where they're going like, I mean, dude, I've also seen tweets or blue skies or whatever where people are going, look, we all know Trump's creepy about incest and has probably fucked underage girls, but he's still what we need right now.
That's a very small portion.
I don't disagree
with that. I'm saying that's the playbook. The playbook is, guys, you don't get it. It would ruin your life would be ruined if we let this list go out.
Dude, motherfuckers, the people that I know and the people that I see online are like, and people, the conservatives and MAGA, people who used to be MAGA, now I do feel like this is a bridge too far.
I agree. I'm telling you what their attempt's going to be. Their attempt is going to be to tell these people it's just too important. We're too big to fail.
Man, motherfuckers will say, we don't give a fuck. Like,
so, but where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? What's going to coalesce them into some sort of force for change or good or anything?
No, the next PSYOP's going to come out and it'll be that thing. But like, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It was like I walked into a bank and asked for a hot dog. That was on me.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, I don't believe it.
it just like I don't know. It's gonna topple America having this list out.
No, that's the playbook though.
Okay, I was gonna say like it's
already
not
happening. That's already what they're saying.
I was gonna say America's not doing great right now,
hear
so
me.
it's like the
Yeah,
American
we're
dream
toppling
has already
ourselves. We
been
don't need
shat
that.
on. There
Yeah.
is no more American dream. People are.
Oh, I'm not saying anyone cares about this. They're trying to get their base to. I am predicting that I feel like I'm already seeing it. I feel like I'm already seeing like the people in the right wing pod sphere or whatever they've got their marching orders and they're going, do you really want this list to come out if it means the end of the American experiment? That's what they're saying. I'm paraphrasing, I'm not quoting, but this isn't a hypothetical. I've seen this.
Yeah, right.
I'm putting my DJ hat on. I think it was marching orders. I think that's the playbook. I don't think it's going to work.
No, it's not going to work.
You can't talk about it for fucking 15 years and then be like, no. You can't do that. You can't, like, that's not going to, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what your podcast says.
I'll send you the clips later. You can watch the co-host.
Oh, I believe
like
you. No. I'm not saying you're lying.
I know. I know you believe me. I'm saying to prove your point, you can watch the co-host who's the true believer.
Yeah.
Trying to not choke out someone he thought was like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Because that's my whole thing is some of these people are like maybe not the brightest to be able to understand nuance and when they're being manipulated, but at the same time still emphatically against human trafficking and fucking pedophilia. Right. And it with it, like if you genuinely like believe, like not in a bullshit way, but believed that the reason that you're putting up with all of Donald Trump's bullshit is because he is gonna fucking finally save these children, give me the motherfucking list, dog.
That's it. That's it. You're saying he's gonna clean out the swamp. He's gonna do this. He's gonna get rid of corruption. Oh, no, he's not. He's actually the swamp. He is as deep of the state as one could possibly be.
Like, I don't know how you don't rebel against somebody that betrays you on that level.
Totally right. Exactly. The same thing happened to Biden, right? Same thing happened to Biden.
Mm-hmm.
To rebel, though, you have to admit you made like the wrong call. I'm afraid they'll just like recede.
Now,
I'm gonna say I'm afraid. If they rebel, they're probably gonna kill a bunch of fucking poor and
yeah.
Oh man.
Where the fuck is Anonymous, man?
Dude, fuck Anonymous. I've been saying that for fucking 15 years. All they do is get like 16-year-old boys arrested for rape, and it seems like those 16-year-old boys deserved it. But if that's the only target you can go after, fuck off.
I mean, I've always been pretty sure that they were an op, but like the whole thing with MAGA and the MAGA sphere and the conspiracy world, the thing that I hope for, because this is awesome right now, as a person who's fucking noited out on conspiracies and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That we get to live through this right now. We get to see all the breakdowns. We lived through because it's not like we were watching the Warren Commission or the JFK shit. Like, you have to go back through time and like, there's a lot of shit you didn't miss, but because you're getting all this right now, it is incredible. I just hope.
I'm going to hard disagree here.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'd rather read about it in a history book and not.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be a Tory Hanzo here and talk about war and numbers, but Jesus Christ, I don't know that I would watch the crumble.
I know what DJ's saying. Like, it's happening, and it's happening on the internet.
And it's happening with such a large information space. So, like, you're catching, like, all this shit. Like, we're finding out that, like, fucking Cash Patel's fucking, I guess his fiance is part of the Unit 8200 and fucking the CEO of fucking PragerU. And, like, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Court board out going, fuck, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
And like Mark,
So bad.
Mark Agee, not our Mark Agee, who works on Evening Skews with Trey, was like, yeah, I don't know, man. You know, they're saying she's part of this and part of that. There's not really a lot of proof, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, just what's on paper is insane. You understand that if none of the parts we can't prove are true, everything that we know about her that she put in her LinkedIn bio is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts, dog.
It's not a coincidence that they met. At the very least, you have to acknowledge that once you become the head of the FBI director, the parties you get ushered into, the people hanging out there, like at the very least, let's acknowledge that these people are just
In the
constantly
same
doing
spaces.
coke and going to the same nightclubs together. And that in and of itself is a little bit of a conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane, dog. And then you put us, like, put the whole tech world and add that onto it, like, just like, you know, with Peter Thiel out here talking about the fucking Antichrist and like all this, dude, it's nuts.
It's
This
nuts,
shit is-
dude.
all of it's nuts, and I love it.
If
God,
people haven't seen that clip, this dude asked Peter Thiel, do you want the human race to persist? and it took him 20 seconds to get to yes. And not just with like some qualifications. There were some qualifications. There was also like, I'm not exaggerating, 12 uhs.
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of questions inside that question.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
is.
He did the old Jordan Peterson move. Well, what do you mean by that, or think your thoughts? We first have to.
This is the dark side of letting gay people into regular society. When they were all outcasts and having to be underground, people like Peter Thiel would have been shamed into a puddle by that community. But we've let him go out and join tech and the Republicans, and they're like, look, once we get forgiven for being gay, it turns out he's real evil. He kind of rules, man.
Oh, dude,
what I'm saying is he needs a black queen to stab him in his sleep.
Yeah. What's crazier than that part of that interview? I don't know who I'll see it, but there's this another part where they're asking him about the Antichrist, and he's trying to act like it's somebody like, I swear to God, gives the example of Greta Thunberg.
Oh my God! Get the fuck out of here, dude!
I swear to God.
That makes me jealous. That had to be really fun for him. As a man who like definitely doesn't believe in any of that, but knows that he has to figure out a way to be on the right wing, to like have the evangelicals and the right wing Christians listen to him. It had to be fun for him and someone else who's like an insane PR person to sit down and come up with that. That had been like a good day for him.
Like a writing session.
Like, you know how like when corporate dudes do improv and you teach them improv and they have the best day ever, they're like, I gotta laugh. That's what that was like for him. He's like, you know what? I fucking said Greta Thunberg,
dude. And then he goes on, this motherfucker goes on to talk about how they have, the Antichrist is going to come in, like talking about peace, going to offer peace and security. And he's talking about somebody like Greta Thunberg, right? And the guy goes like, and the interviewer is like, well, aren't you with all this high tech, like offering peace and security through, like, how come you couldn't be the Antichrist? And bro, you want to talk about, that some bitch got gooey, son. That some bitch got gooey as hell, dog.
Man, let's put that on a t-shirt. That some bitch got gooey.
Yeah. I still love the idea of Greta Thunberg being like the evil trust fall in these tech meetings. Like,
yeah, while this guy who hates humanity completely and wants to build a fucking massive surveillance state, he's the guy. This is not the ethic. It is so rad, dude. It's so rad. Great summer, dude. Everything's just been awesome. It's just been an awesome day, an awesome week to be fucking anointed to the gills. I took fucking Tuesday off, dude, and laid here in the hammock and fucking just went fucking insane. It was awesome, man.
DJ, let's do a commercial for you as your attorney. Did you take PTO so you could read the Epstein list?
Oh, dude, it was so fucking rad, dude.
Is your paycheck smaller because you thought you'd spend half the week reading the names of your enemies? You're entitled to compensation.
Dude, imagine that though. If you took time off this week because you thought the list was going to come out and you're like, I want time to think about this and process this.
Dude, it's like that. It's like that story that's probably fake that went around Reddit of that guy told his brother-in-law beans were woke, not to put them in chili because they're woke.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy got like super upset and threw the beans out. Then he found out he was lying. It's like that. Like there's a fucking hammer drunk father of 3 in a McMansion in Texas who genuinely doesn't know what to do with his emotions right now. I mean, he's probably gonna beat his wife. Like, he's broke.
Oh yeah,
broken, and I do get some satisfaction from that. Like, I wanted to bring this up, so this is a segue into it. I saw this fucking post that made me so mad. It was a woman who, and it showed clips of the woman. She's a bad person.
Okay.
She gets her rocks off by going online, finding people who are like crying or like upset about something and then making fun of them in a very MAGA way. Well, then this lady's now on the news outside of Kerrville, Texas, crying, saying, you know, we're not San Antonio, we're not Kerrville. Why won't you send us groceries? And the whole point of the video was like, look at this bitch. She got what she deserved. And I'm not suggesting she didn't, but making that video while people are still actively looking for their children fucking disgusted me. So like that to me is like, that's Schadenfreude or whatever that fucking word is, but I can't enjoy it yet because like there's still like innocent people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can't enjoy the revenge because the oppression is still currently active. Yeah, I get it.
Then I go look at these comments of these like liberals fuck around and find out came to town, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going like, you are gross. You are the thing you claim to hate. Okay, on the other hand, with the Epstein list, there's no victim there that didn't deserve it other than the girls. But like as far as the people who were like, Trump's going to do this.
Did you just say there's no victim there?
I said other than the girls. What I'm talking about is
other than
there's no victim of what happened this week. No one who has been brokenhearted by Donald Trump not revealing the Epstein list and then taking apart Hollywood or whatever he was supposed to do. They all deserve to feel the way they feel this week. So I feel good in my cockles about that.
Yes. Dude, this is better than getting the list. Like, what was the list going to be? Everybody we already fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the bad people we all, like, dude, it's like, yeah, you guys, the fucking atrocities that you guys commit on a daily basis, right? We know you're all evil. Dude, what I hate about it is when somebody tries to be like switch it around, like some shit like, oh, well, this is the reason why, you know, well, why didn't Biden release it? It's like, man, if you ain't caught on the game yet, and then they want to say something like, here's the thing. You don't hate the Democratic Party more than I do. Just sit down. The TV tells you to get mad, and then you get mad. You have no basis for how, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking tore apart from Bernie. You know what I'm saying?
You were merely shaped by the darkness.
Yes,
I was born in it.
Yes, born in bias. Yes.
You think the darkness is your ally. I was born in it.
Yeah, dude. That's exactly how I feel. It's like you have just get to, that's why MAGA just needs to stay, or not MAGA, but just.
But don't worry, DJ, it's going to be fine. Bernie's going to be the next president. Bernie and AOC, they're going to fix everything. It's going to be okay now.
Dude, I said this earlier. Whoever gets the husk of whatever's left after, you know what I mean? Because, like, I don't think there's going to be a fourth term. I think that we've just consolidated a complete uniparty. It's kind of like, I think that that's definitely what has happened. Like, especially seeing the way that they go after, they're going after like Mamdani and this. There is a uniparty. There is a uniparty. And whoever is, they might have a D beside their name. People are gonna cheer. It might be Gavin Newsom. Whoever gets the husk, the shell of this crumbling empire next. I do hope it's somebody like Gavin Newsom. I hope he gets Mussolini.
The wine country, bro? Why? Why would you want him to get it?
Because he wants him to get assassinated.
Yeah, so he'll get all the blame, and then they'll drag him out to the fucking street and get Mussolini. And it also could be a Republican, but I hope it's not somebody who's really trying to fix this thing and then gets all the blame, because this fucking thing is going down. Ain't no fixing this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Nor do I believe that somebody like that is going to be allowed any type of seat at the president's table. I just don't believe that. I'll be very surprised if like Zoran gets inside and makes it to mayor. And if he does, that's going to be fucking crazy.
Man, they don't know what to do with that man. They don't know how to, they can't stand how much people want him in office. They can't stand it, and they can't figure out a way to smear him.
Dude, it's crazy. They hate us. I seen this lady, Morgan, shout out, shared this link, and I guess this lady, her name is like Jessica Welch, I think her name is, and she was going off about fucking Hakeem Jeffries and like fucking how they're all just like they're not backing him, like the corporate Dems aren't backing him because, you know what I'm saying, whatever, they're making up stories about fucking he doesn't love Israel enough. And it's like, damn, dude. I mean, now's the time I have to come and like join forces and say, yes, we're gonna beat fucking anti-Semitism, and we're gonna beat Islamophobia, and we're gonna beat all of it. Like, you're not saying a goddamn word about Islamophobia or fucking anti-trans. You're just so focused. And it's so weird, dude. It's so fucking weird. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Well, what's gravy,
Carmen,
guys?
what's gravy?
Fuck you. Don't put that on me. 45 minutes of fucking this, and then be like, so what's good for you?
I just said mine.
What?
I just said mine.
Oh, okay.
The Epstein
The Epstein betrayal is
betrayal. Just the betrayal part. Just the betrayal part. Don't no one fucking soundbite me. Is a victimless crime, and it's really warms me cockles to what, like the scene I was describing a minute ago between those two right-wing podcasters where they're like about to murder each other because one's like towing the party line and the other one's like, nah, dude, bullshit. Nothing. That's my. I know people have different versions of like internet of what's the word? There's a phrase for it. Discourse porn.
Mm-hmm.
That's my discourse porn, dude. Put it in my veins. Yeah. Put that's my speedball. Put it's party line tower in one vein and fucking purist in the other, and they'll meet in my heart and they'll meet in my butt.
Yeah.
They'll milk my prostate, my political prostate, and I will come. Leftist come.
Political prostate is definitely the name of this episode now.
Milk my political prostate.
Yeah.
With your big honking deep state dick.
Yeah. Deep state daddy.
Besides the spear, what's been gravy for you, DJ?
Oh, just this. Dude, I'm just, everything's been so great. This is like Christmas. Listen, for the truly anointed, I know some of y'all are out there, like, this has just been from top to bottom the best. And I wish that the people during the JFK thing, like, I hope all these things that just watching the empire crumble as a whole, it's just the best thing I could ever hope for. It's just, I love it. It's just so good.
It's just so wild. It's just been bumming everyone out so much. Everybody talking about the end of this empire, and you're celebrating it. It's a hot take.
Listen,
I will say that.
I hinged my entire retirement plan on societal collapse. Okay, I can't help it. Y'all thought there was gonna be a future. All right.
Dude, I've been saying this since the pandemic. Rats. That's where you got to put your money, in the rat.
Yeah.
I think rats get a bad rap, dude. I'm pro rat.
Yeah.
I'm bullish on rats. Or bearish. I don't know which one to use. Bye. Don't sell your rats. If you're sitting on some rats right now and your uncle wants to buy them and he's not giving you a good price, tell him go fuck yourself. We're going to need these rats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have been getting just continuously butt fucked in my personal life. Not like in a way where like I'm a divorced dad now, but just like every small and medium and a few large things that could go wrong has gone wrong. I definitely am in a place where like, what's gravy for me? My wife and I have been leaning on the strength of the universe. Like I'm having to really stretch myself to come up with something to be super. But like, all right, here's one for you, Carmen. My nephew went to the hospital because his heart rate was erratic and 240. And he didn't have a heart attack. That's what's gravy, was that he was fine, kinda, maybe. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're just.
So it's a lot of alarming. You're just in a constant state of heightened. You're all cortisol, dog. You're all cortisol.
Yeah, my 2-year-old was vomiting all night, and he had a fever that never got into the danger zone, but was like constantly having to be checked because we thought it might be.
You're just on edge. You've just been on edge.
I'm living on the edge. What's been gravy for me has been these fucking douchebags who've made their whole personality pretending to care about the victims of Jeffrey Epstein being fucking miserable this week, and then watching DJ dance around with his spear. That's been most of my locus of joy. That, I'll say this, I married the right person, and I'm reminded of that every 6 months usually. I've been reminded of it almost every day the last month. There's been like 2 times where she's really, really, really fucking disgusted me. And considering what all's been going on, 2 times is an incredible number. That's like that. She's putting up Babe Ruth in his prime shit right now.
Nice. Awesome.
Killing it. I'm working right now. Right now, while we're doing this, I'm working for an evil AI company who is actively going to take all my jobs from me except for stand-up.
Maybe stand-up too.
Good. Thank God, dude. That would it would crush me, but it'd also be like, I can let go. Fine. You know, it's like when a TV show jumps the shark.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, well, I'm disappointed, but I don't have to care anymore about these made-up people.
There are a lot of made-up people in stand-up. That's true, too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. What do you mean AI? I saw Matt Rife. And DJ saw him before he became AI.
Yeah. He's a good kid. He's a sweet kid. He's the sweetest kid.
They always are, brother.
I know.
I am noticing that the deep fakes are getting better. The deep fakes are.
I sent a video of this guy explaining how this Chinese salesman used a deep fake to do a 6-hour like telethon sales thing. He's like famous on their version of QVC. And the video he made to talk about the AI video was AI. He did that as like an Easter egg to show how fucked we are.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good. What's gravy for you, Carmen? Uh-oh. Carmen's silent.
Wait, no, I'm not. I'm just laughing at you both.
Dude, you either got so high-pitched or so out of breath laughing that you just cut out for us. Which is great.
Yeah, it's probably both. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know how to compete with that. A crumbling empire means that bad things happen for people, so I can't. I mean, I get it, and bad things happening. I also feel bad for some of these people because they seem really ignorant and uneducated and dumb and all of it. Like all of it. I don't know, man. I wish. So I guess for me, I've just been the thing that's been gravy for me is trying to be there for my cousin who doesn't have anybody anymore. That's been gravy.
Oh yeah, good one, Carmen. Yeah, that sounds really joyful.
That's what I'm saying. I'm grasping for straws here too, buddy.
Yeah, and you grabbed a spear. Grasping for straws, bitch grabbed a spear, put it in my heart. I'm sorry about your cousin. That sucks, dude.
So I'm just trying to be like, because I the ADHD brain, it's object permanence, out of sight, out of mind. So I have to actively go, you should text your cousin. You should text your cousin. You should text your cousin. I have to actively.
Shit. Can we blame that on ADHD?
What?
Is that real?
Yeah. Object
Because I know you don't bullshit about that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I genuinely have often thought that I was a huge asshole for forgetting stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I genuinely care so deeply. And then when I'm like in a different part of the state, I just forgot. Yeah. If you bring it up, I'm like, oh God, I feel sad again. But until
that's
you did,
the other thing about object permanence is like, then whenever you do remember it or you have something remind you of it, it feels just as severe as it did initially. Like that's the other part of it. So like normally when people see something from a person that they lost, it's like, oh, it's reminiscent of them. But it takes a lot of work. But like when I see something from like my sister or now my uncle or my grandfather or my cousin or everybody that I've lost in the last 2 fucking years, it's like it's grief stricken again. It's not like so. Just now I'm starting to be able to see things about my sister where it's like, yay, she liked this. That's good. That's good. I'm remembering my sister. That's a good thing. It's not devastating. It's not like super sad. And then I have to lay in the bed for several hours because I'm fucking sad about it again. So yeah, that's the part of like I had to kind of explain this to my family when I was there, where it's like, it's the same thing with like, and what's great is I have an aunt that's the same way. She just got late diagnosed, so it's really great. It was like this is part of the reason why her and I get along so well together is because it's the same kind of brain. She's not offended by the way that I am. I'm not offended by the way that she is, if that makes sense. So it's just
I pointed right before you said explain it to my family. I was thinking, man, if we weren't falling apart at the seams, Carmen should start a business where she just like explains to people's families what's going on and why they're the way that they are.
Yeah.
If I had it, I would pay you money to teach my wife how to deal with me. Because there's been so many times where we're like, 20 minutes deep into a thing. And she's like, so you do know that you're wrong. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't denied that. She's like, then what are we fighting about? That you don't know why I did it. And I need you to understand what was happening with me.
That's the other thing.
That's it. You can hate me as long as you hate me for the right reason.
Yes. Yeah, because that's the other thing is one of the deep-rooted issues with it is being misunderstood. Like, that's why I like to ask people when they, like, who are they talking to on stage? Like, what is your purpose? For me, I'm always trying to be understood on stage. Yep. Even if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong as long as you understand where I'm coming from. And that's
when
like,
they laugh, it feels like they must have.
It helps in a lot of arguments and stuff like that, where it's just like, no, I understand why you're upset, and I think that your feelings are completely valid. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from and why I thought this way. Because that the logic, I want you to know, made sense to me. That is why I did this. It was never to slight you or misinform you or make you feel negative. I just genuinely thought this logical answer was the correct answer.
Andy. Got her ass, dude. I got her ass so good.
But yeah. So that's been that was like being able to understand it too, because that was the other part of it is like I've been reading a lot about ADHD with grief just because I always felt like I had a weird relationship with death as it was. Because it doesn't affect me the same way it affects other people, and I thought that there was like something wrong with me. So then I read about, people on the spectrum and how they deal with it in grief and all that, how grief affects them and all this other shit. And I was just like, oh yeah, this makes way more sense. I feel like less of a piece of shit now. But yeah, object permanence,
you really
dog.
Pulled that out. You actually made that into some gravy. I mean, at first, dude, it was just like stale bread.
Yeah.
You're like fucking death, and this dude's sad and alone, and I've just been trying to deal with my own demons. You really gravied it up at the end.
I'm trying. That's the whole point, is to keep trying to move forward.
Move forward. My friend Joe says that a lot. The whole point is to progress. And sometimes that sounds a little bit too much like grindcore. You know, keep grinding, always, more. But then other times I'm like, no, that's not what it means. It just means like grow.
Yes. And that's the problem is everyone wants things fixed, but that's not how it works. It has to grow, and that takes time, and time is annoying and slow. Change takes time, and change is slow, and you have to be okay with it anyways. And there's the nipple.
Yeah. Some shit don't need to be fixed. Some shit just needs to stay broken and throw the fuck away.
Throw it out.
Toss it. You have anything you want to plug so we can wrap this up? Because I gotta go.
Yes. I will be in Knoxville, Tennessee, July 25th, and Kingsport, Tennessee, July 26th. I also just announced Birmingham, July 31st. Getting that link from my darling Wes as soon as possible. And then I just got asked to do Chattanooga, September 5th and 6th. So I got all that coming up. I'm also in Denver, August 16th-ish. My website's been updated.
Hell yeah.
There's some links. They're not all the links because I just found out about some of these. It was wild. I got asked to do 2 shows and hit up by this other guy all in one day. I didn't do nothing. It wasn't like I put a video out and it went viral. Anyway,
that's
go
still
to Drew
nice.
Morgan Comedy.
Drew Morgan Comedy, baby.
And come see me on the road. I'll be there with a new haircut.
All because I said he looked like an attorney.
No, I got an appointment Friday. I look like an attorney just because I did this before we started.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
That's what it was.
I look like Jeff died in a fire. I don't know. I got nothing. Like, what's up with his fucking forehead? It's like the further back it goes, the more hateful and stupid he gets.
Yep. Total piece of shit. Very inside baseball, but a fun way to end it. What? What'd you say?
I'd like to slap him.
Oh,
I'd
same.
like to slap Jeff Dye.
Same. I like a slapping competition where we all compete on how hard we can slap Jeff Dye. All right. He's a mediocre comedian.
I wish we could cut to Mark. Mark's just.
He's like, he's using the studio next. Could you not?
Yeah, it's like, Drew, you've not really done a lot of personal gripes with the comedy industry on here. Please don't start now. I got a list, Mark. You want the Drewstein list?
Yeah, you want the Drewstein list?
He
He said he does. He said he's very interested in the Drewstein list. I like through all this, DJ's just looking side to side very suspiciously. It's
out
very
the window.
on brand.
Yeah. Goddamn, buddy.
All right, y'all. Well, we love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like,